Well, this is Duncan here on the latest on my MGBGTV8 restoration. This isn't specific to V8, this is specific to MGB, and it's the fitting of the Moss badge bar. Mine's the one with the inbuilt connection points for the spot and fog lamps, but I understand it's the same on the other ones. And basically this is the second time I've fitted one of these badge bars. I'm going to flip the camera around and you can see some of the action, but basically it's a total pain in the arse, and the badge bar itself is absolute, well, the material is great, the metal is great, the fitment is shockingly bad. I'm going to show you what I did. Well, I did this a bunch of years ago on my MGB Roadster, and you can see that it does a reasonable fit there. What essentially I did on this occasion was to get a friend of mine who's got welding equipment and essentially make the bracket that holds the whole bumper onto the body, make the bracket 3/8 of an inch longer, so essentially the bumper sticks out. It's okay at the time, but as you can see there's a small gap there, and as you can see at the sides it doesn't fit so well there because the whole bumper now sticks out another 3/8 of an inch more than it used to. So when I came to do it this time around, I wanted to do a better job and not have to extend the bumpers. So as you can see, we've got the fittings there ready to go. I put some tape around the holes there because I must have fitted this thing around 20 times in order to get it to work. And essentially, before I get it all finished off, I'm going to show you the work that I did to get it to fit. Okay, the biggest piece of work I did was essentially I took out a notch out of the badge bar itself. I'm going to have to finish it with some paint. I'm probably just going to paint it with some chrome spray paint onto a brush. But essentially, you can see if I just take the angle around here that the whole thing is now a little less than half of the tubular steel that it used to be, mainly because this bracket here is junk. This whole thing should have been re-engineered because essentially your grill goes to the edge there, and this whole thing should have been like half an inch further that way. But no, they didn't do it right, and whoever fitted it and came up with the molding for it basically did a shit job. Okay, so that was that piece. I've done the same at this side. I had to adjust the camber of this. I had to adjust the curve, and I haven't got it 100% right, but it's got to the point of being totally fed up, and I'm not going to do any more of it. Under here, my B Roadster didn't have this toe loop point, but this one does. I'm not sure what's original and what's not, whether that's missing from the other or whether it just came in a later year. But in order to get this to fit properly, the bar itself fits in between the bumper bracket and this toe loop. I had to do a couple of things here. I had to do a bit of milling of the toe loop just there because of the curve of this thing, and when you fit it all back together again, these bolts are a little bit out of alignment, so you've got to do some fiddling there. I had to change the angle of all of this and essentially try and just get it to go much more of a square there. If you have little gaps down there, essentially it means you can't get the thing in far enough for these bolts to refit. So you've got to be messing around for ages there, and trust me, I messed around for such a long time getting those things right. It's unbelievable, very frustrating. So that's essentially it. I'm not an expert at this kind of thing, but this probably took me around 15 man-hours to get this right. And first of all, I deserve a beer. And then I'm going to take all this apart again because this metal, thanks to partially because of all the work that I did, but also it wasn't perfect. I'm going to take all this off and just spray it matte black to put it back on again and have it finished off. Some of these bolts maybe spray. I'm going to spray that bolt as well to have the colour match, and then that'll be it. If anyone's got an overrider bolt, I took it apart so often that I've ruined the overrider bolt on this side. So I'm going to have to sort out one of those again. Essentially, just because it wasn't fitting so well, I stripped the bolt. So I'm a bit disappointed about that. Anyway, hope that was useful. As I said, this was such a grind. I hope this video helps you do it quicker. See you later, bye.